Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to finally compare Olaplex versus K18. So we all know the famous Olaplex #3, and now we have the K18 molecular mask. So as you know, I've used Olaplex for years, both as a professional and a consumer myself. We're all pretty familiar on how to use it, what Olaplex is. It is a bond builder. The bonds in the hair are what strengthen the hair structure, which gives you strong hair. Now, when Olaplex came out, for hairdressers, this was a revolutionary product because it meant that we could take our clients' lightening services to the next level without compromising the client's hair. So at the time, this was absolutely huge. There's been a lot of products that have tried to mimic the same effect of Olaplex. And then K18 comes out, and I feel like there is a lot of comparison. I do think it is a completely different product. Of course, because it deals with hair strengthening, it is somewhat in the same category, and that's why we're going to be talking about it today. So on my channel, I have tried out many other lines and products that try and mimic Olaplex's effects on the hair. And because of that, I've had to do a really deep dive on the science of Olaplex and the actual ingredients that get you to actually strengthen your hair. So their patented ingredient, and I'm going to obviously butcher the name, I'm not a scientist, but it is bis-aminopropyl diglycol demaliate. So that is the ingredient that all of Olaplex's line contains in order to build strength in the structure of your hair. The amazing thing too was that the line actually started with products to actually prevent the bonds from breaking, and it was a product that you could mix into your lightener and your colors to prevent damage from happening during those salon processes. So all around revolutionary product. We love it. Now let's talk cost. This bottle, I believe, runs just a little bit under $30. The K18 for this bottle is $75. There are 100 milliliters in this bottle and 50 milliliters in this one. Now, the next important thing to talk about is how you use the product. So the #3, and it's been reformulated since its start, and a lot of people were using it incorrectly. Basically, the #3 does not work on your hair unless your hair is wet. So the correct way to use the #3 is to fully wet the hair, apply the product, leave it on 10 minutes or more if you'd like, but the hair needs to remain wet. So if you just spritz the hair and you apply this and then the hair in 10 minutes is somewhat dry, the product stops working. So one of the best ways to do it is in the shower, but because of the long wait of the 10 minutes, it makes it a little bit difficult to use in the shower. When used correctly, it absolutely works and makes your hair feel absolutely fabulous. So once the #3 has sat in your hair for 10 minutes, you are able to rinse, shampoo, and condition as normal. So the beauty of that is you can keep your same shampoo and conditioner routine without any changes. The con to that is that you need to add a product to your routine. Now with the K18, you actually shampoo your hair in the shower, you rinse the shampoo, and then you towel dry the hair and then go in straight with the K18. Do not apply a conditioner. If you do, you're actually creating a layer and essentially blocking the benefits of the K18. So the K18 will not work if you have a conditioner on under the product. Now, the benefit to this step is that you are eliminating a conditioner and you're just replacing it with a new product. The con to that is I personally love the feeling of my hair after it's conditioned. I'm able to better detangle it once I'm out of the shower. So because you have skipped the conditioning step, you have to either disperse the product on hair that is not yet detangled, which is what I like to do because I'm not going to take a brush to my hair when it's at its most vulnerable. And so applying the product on hair that hasn't been brushed out, I feel like is a little bit more difficult to evenly disperse through the hair. And I believe even distribution of the product on the hair is what's going to get you results. So I'm not the biggest fan of the application process of this product. Now, the beauty of it is you can do it out of the shower. At this point, you've towel dried your hair, you're out of the shower, you apply the product, wait 4 minutes, and then you can brush and style the hair as usual. So at this point, the hair is now very malleable. It is much easier to detangle. So at this point, the hair is happy again. All right, now that we've talked about the similarities and like the differences between the two products, now let's talk a little bit of science. And not to bore you too much, but just so you get an understanding of how the product works. Like I said, I have done a very deep dive, and I feel like I always hit a wall of you just get information, well, this product does this and this product does that. And there's no scientific evidence of how it's doing that. Just very beautiful visuals of how this happens. So I would love to have like an actual scientist explain and like show me under a microscope what's actually happening to the bonds within the hair, so I could fully understand it and I could fully explain it to you. Unfortunately, I didn't find that information available, so I'm going to explain it to you with all the information that I've gathered. So the inner structures of the hair. So amino acids and peptides are the building blocks to protein, but they're not actual protein itself. So for a long time, we would hear about products that added protein to the hair. And the reason why that didn't actually strengthen the inside of the hair is because the only way to build that up is to heal the bonds within the hair to create that protein. You can't just add protein. And this information completely reminded me of a childhood story of mine. And because I'm Portuguese, my mom would make this chicken soup that contained chicken hearts. Sorry if that is disgusting to anyone. I thought it was absolutely delicious. And I remember when I would eat the hearts, I would always tell my mom, like, I'm extra healthy because now I have more hearts. And then one time my mom finally was like, you don't have more hearts by eating hearts. It just turns into fuel for your body, essentially. And that's much like this story, where just having or adding protein to the hair isn't going to strengthen it. You need to strengthen the bonds that create the proteins in the hair. Now, within the hair's structure, the bonds connect both horizontally and vertically. And now Olaplex helps strengthen the bonds that go horizontally, which is a huge accomplishment in hair science. But now K18 strengthens the hair's structure bonds both horizontally and vertically. So essentially doubling the strength power within the hair with one product. Now, because of all the things that I mentioned, how to use it, cost, and I've been using K18 for at least 6 months and obviously Olaplex for years. Having used both, I'm going to continue to use both. I would probably use Olaplex once or twice a month, and the K18 shortly after I've colored or highlighted my hair, and then after that, maybe once a month. And now I know you clicked on this video because you want a clear answer of which one is actually better. And the reason why there's not just one clear answer is because there are pros and cons to both. And I absolutely feel like you still get wonderful benefits from using each product individually. I will finish off by saying if you are in dire need of hair healing and strengthening and your hair is really suffering, I would probably go with the K18. So I hope you're as excited for the future of hair as I am. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.